Now is a good time to replace the cord, and in order to do that we would need to take apart this drum assembly from the wheel, and we can put the actual wheel aside and just look at the drum here. And in the drum you see this hole here, and that's where our cord is, and so we need to remove that. It's tied in a knot there, so what I try to do is push it out from the other side here just to get it out a little bit, and then I'll take my pliers again and try to pull that out. Gotta grab onto it, and there. Now in order to totally get rid of this, I'll get a pair of wire cutters or nippers here and cut off that knot like so, so then we can just slide this right on out. So now we got the cord out of there and we're ready to install our new cord. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and polish the winding side here of the winding arbor and this back pivot area, which comes in contact with the back plate of the movement. And this is all dark and encrusted with dirt and so forth, so we're going to clean that up, and we'll do that on the lathe like we did our pivots. The type of cord we're going to use is 1.3 millimeter catgut for weighted cords. This cord comes from either England or Germany, and it is a byproduct of the sheep industry, and it's made from entrails of sheep. This cord is referred to as animal or catgut, but really has nothing to do with cats. And it's sold in 40-foot lengths of various thicknesses, and this is 1.3 millimeter. This is appropriate for the type of work that we're going to be doing, which is for most of your shelf and OG wooden movement clocks. And we cut off approximately 36 inches in length is what we need, but actually we're going to cut off an extra 3 or 4 inches, so we'll cut 39 or 40 inch length, which is this piece here. And this will allow a little extra on the ends for when we tie off the ends. Now the reason why we use this versus this other braided cord, which looks like it has some metal content to it, is because the wood in the drums here is very soft, and it does tend to groove and does tend to wear on the drums. Let's take a close-up look at this drum and see if we can see that on here. Let me see. If you look right where my finger is pointing, right there, you can see some of the tread marks and lines that this is making. Now this is not really that bad. I've seen much worse than this. In fact, I can show you an example of one that's worse than that. This is the other side, the time side. Let's see if we can get a close-up of this. And you can see how the grooves are really worn on this barrel. And over time, it's not a good thing, and it causes premature wear of these barrels. So by using catgut, it's the most forgiving and will work the best for our situation. So the first thing we need to do, and let's take a close-up of this, is we need to feed it into the barrel. So we take one end and put it through the hole like so. Then we'll I usually tie a double knot, because you have to figure that whatever knot you tie is going to need to fit into that hole in there. See the hole right there? You don't want to have anything hanging out because the wheel goes over that. So if you can tie a double knot and fit it in that hole, then that's fine. Otherwise, use a single knot. So I tie a knot like that, and I take the little pliers in one hand, and then I pull it real tight, pull that knot tight, and then I'll make another knot. And then again I'll pull that real tight. Then we'll feed that into the barrel, just like so. You might need to also push your knot into the barrel, so we'll push it in there a little bit. And then we take our little nippers like here, little wire end cutters, and cut it flush against the surface of the barrel, and there we have it. I want to take this knot and stuff it in there a little bit more. There. So now that double knot is in that barrel and it won't come out. So now what we'll do is we'll go ahead and reinstall the wheel. And let's see. Get our wheel here. sure you have your click facing the right way. Let's see. Yep, we're doing it right way. Now, put a little washer on there. We get our pin. Then remember to press down with your thumb. Try to feed that pin in with your fingers. Sometimes you'll need to use your pliers, but it went right in for me with no problem. So there we have it. We've got our new cable installed, and we're ready to go.